Yeah, sure. My name is 𝗬𝗪𝗟𝗟, and I live in just east of Dallas, Texas. And I started a handyman company there about 6 years ago called Handyman Services.
My name's 𝗪𝗪𝗟𝗟. Actually, we live in Oklahoma, actually north of Oklahoma City in Edmond.
My name is, first of all, 𝗪𝗪𝗟𝗟, right? I was born and raised in California.
I think it's a little scary, but also I have a lot of faith that it's going to go well.
I don't like to fail, but what I have accepted is it is a learning process, and it's okay to fail and learn from it and move on.
I started doing most of the work around my house. I was like, yeah, I'll learn how to do this. I'll learn how to do that. Started fixing my garage door, fixing stuff under the sink, and stuff like that, and I liked it.
But have you gotten what you were looking for? Was it what you thought it might be?
Oh, absolutely. I gained a lot of knowledge. I am so excited. I learned plenty, and we kind of were walking blind in this because we just started a month ago.
Yeah.
When people call us, I kind of set up the tone of our company, which we try to be, strong on communication. We want to give you a good quality product. And if we don't give you a good quality product, then we will refer you to somebody we trust and know that that's a good product.
3 years later, we're like best friends, me and this 86-year-old lady, and I started helping her doing stuff around the house. And then she said, you're so good at this. Why don't you do this for a living? I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good idea,
Yeah.
We have roughly 25 trucks on the road. Actually exited and sold out of that business here several months ago. I tend to have a different business model than Ray here, but we have a lot of the same passions as helping guys learn and be successful in life.
I took a leap of faith in mid-December of last year. I finally stopped working for any kind of boss, and I said, I could talk to customers. I think I'm perfectly comfortable.
What are your goals? Like, where are you trying to take your business? Where do you want it to get to?
I don't need to make a lot of money. I just want to be comfortable where I have a nice, steady customer base rolling in. I want more time. That's what I'm fighting for.
Yeah.
I think time is the most valuable thing. I think my family should get the most of it.
So I got a lot of information, met a lot of great people with the experience that I hope to gain one day. And I think the best part about this experience was what to do next, learning. I know what to do tomorrow, Monday.
Yeah,
So
that's cool.
So it's pretty exciting.
You just feel more confident moving forward.
Confident.
Yeah, that's great.
We're very good with putting stuff in writing.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of more of the administrative end of
Which
it.
is like half of the business, more than half of the business, really.
Yes.
It's easy to fix stuff. It's hard to run a business.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
a couple months later, Kelly, I'm telling you, you really need to do this for a living. You can, I know people, I'm like, okay, I'll go print some business cards. And so she lit a fire under my butt. And then I started getting job after job after job. And I was like, man, I really enjoy doing this.
I came to the Campout to meet other like-minded people who are in the same industry, network and learn what other people are doing around the country.
So,
it's okay if you like Daryl better.
No.
Okay. I like Daryl better.
He's a cool dude. I really like him. And that's how I came into it. You started talking about a camp out. And so I took a look at it and I was like, man, these are the type of people I need to be around. They're open about it, not trying to hide it.
Yeah.
And I told my wife about it. I said, let's go to this camp out thing.
Especially husband and wife partnerships. Do you have any advice to give out for them?
Yeah, sure. Don't be afraid. I think just take that first step. It's scary to let go of your job and to start something new. And really, we don't really have a schooling in business. I don't have a degree in business, and my husband doesn't either, but he has talent and he loves building with his hands. He's been creating and building things for 10 years. Yeah. And if you have a skill, just put everything you have into it.
What about this camp out? How'd you hear about it? How did y'all decide that you're gonna pull this off, and how did you pull it off?
Well, of course we came from Oklahoma. So I signed up for your newsletter. I started following you on YouTube. Again, that education thing. And Kelly and I actually did a little retreat last year. Went off and did, talked about our year, made plans for the next 3 years. And one of those was to do some continuing education, do some conferences of sorts.
Yeah.
And this was our conference.
Oh, cool.
So what a great opportunity, because there aren't many handymen gatherings.
Has this been handy for you?
It's been amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good information from the guys.
Yeah, and the people that you have attracted to this event are amazing and forthcoming, all different levels.
Yeah, it's cool.
So it's not an intimidating environment. It's very welcoming and open, and it's just an opportunity to network and get to know people. So and pull from their knowledge.
Yeah.
She started sending me these videos from this Bulletproof handyman, and I started listening to Ray just because he wore a cowboy hat and he had a beard just like me. And then listening to the podcast, I was like, man, I can actually make more money doing these handyman jobs and get into property management. I'm like, well, how do I do that? Well, this next video will tell you step by step how to get into property management. And my wife would go down the list and follow his directions to a T. So now we're, like I said, we're kind of new into the transition of doing the property management. We've only been doing it maybe 6 or 8 months. Our business is starting to pick up. Anyway, my wife said, hey, Ray's having some camp thing in Arizona. And of course, I'm like, in Arizona? That's literally 15 hours from our house. That's a long way. Hey, but it didn't cost anything. You know, this one's sponsored by Next Insurance. And I'm like, well, how can this guy put us up for 2 or 3 days and feed us every day and it not cost anything? Oh, there's got to be a catch. He's going to make us sign up for something. When we got here, we felt like we'd been friends for for a long time, and we sat there and we talked about stuff and telling me stuff about how to vet for certain clients and stuff. And I was like, man, even coming down here, I still got information, and it still didn't cost me anything.
But hey, so far it's been a blessing, brother, and I appreciate that you set it up for us. I'm glad I got to meet Kelly, Ed, Ben, who's now taken off, but I retained so much information, and it was like information overload.
It was a full weekend.
Oh yeah, I was basically the quietest guy out here.
Yeah.
Just trying to retain as much information, and that's why I brought my wife as well, and she's my partner in this because I believe she's smarter than me, right?
I also came to watch Ray cook. Anytime you can meet other people who are living kind of a similar life as you and have the same interest, it's always a good thing.
Do you have any advice for other people's wives who are watching this because their husband is the handyman? Do you have anything to tell them?
I would just say get a CRM program. That's so major, and communicate. And if you are a husband-wife team, there's going to be conflict because you have a personal relationship with that person and you have a professional relationship with that person. Just be very conscious of that and try and separate it. And it's definitely been a journey for us. We've definitely had our battles, and we definitely speak to, he tells me he loves me, and you don't tell your employee you love them. So when you get off the phone, so just be respectful of each other, give yourself grace.
This little meeting was like I was getting mentored by some well-trained and well-educated professionals, and I was getting to mentor the new guy and give him my information. Like I said earlier, I genuinely have the heart and the desire to just help people. I want to make this world a better place. I don't want to have a dead-end job that has no purpose, no meaning, no fulfillment. I genuinely wanted to help people. Know your worth, hone your skills, take pride in your work, don't cut corners, and I guarantee you'll succeed.
Yeah, hey, if you get the opportunity to come to one of these campouts, you should definitely spend the time, invest in yourself to come network and meet some other people.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, this was an outstanding campout, and it seems like they pretty much always are. So if you guys are interested in getting signed up for one, just go to the description of this video and see if we've got a link for a new one coming up in the near future. Usually we do, but it is hard to find sponsors, and we want to make sure to thank Next Insurance for sponsoring this campout. It was absolutely outstanding, and we could not have done it without them. So thank you, Next Insurance. And if you guys want to help me thank Next Insurance, just go to the description of this video and click on their link and go ahead and get a quote from them and see if they might be able to outperform and beat your current insurance provider for your business. Or maybe you don't have any insurance at all and now's the time to go ahead and get some. But Next Insurance, I just really want to give you an absolutely sincere thank you. This was an amazing weekend in a beautiful cabin. I got to meet some of the most amazing people, and it's just really been great. And also, while you guys are in the description of this video, go ahead and click on the links to some of these other sponsors. The more we let them know that we're utilizing the links for the sponsors for this channel, the more likely they are to want to continue to participate and to sponsor both the channel and future events for the channel. And I want to give you guys one last piece of info coming up in June. In June, the 12th through the 17th, is going to be the Handyman Camping Convention. This is the big one, sponsored or not. This one will happen every single year, and this is our opportunity to get together as the biggest group that we can, share our experience. It's a tax-deductible expense. We're going to be doing classes, we're going to be doing education, we're going to be doing seminars, and we're just going to be trading advice back and forth, as well as just hanging out and getting to know each other and networking and trading tips. So with all that being said, I love you guys. I hope you're out there killing it, and I'll see y'all on the next one.
What job
was this?
That
sounds cool.
I was a painter. I was a union painter.
Wow.
In California.
You were painting all over the place.
Yeah, but it was industrial painting. It wasn't like residential.
Wow.
They would send me some crazy projects. I did the Raider Stadium.
Yeah. The new one or the old one?
The new one.
In Vegas.
In Vegas.
What?
Yeah, we were up there like 260 feet up in the air, just like painting beams.
The black hole.
Yeah,
Dude, you got to travel everywhere.
Yeah.
Wow.